Qué nervios tengo, PT1 y un 50. Ah, mijo, o sea, lo que te detiene es el miedo. Usted tire con confianza. Que ya, o sea, aquí estamos para ganarlo. Sin mente, como dijo aquel. Yo estoy igual que tú, en verdad. Yo tengo Piri cero y también 50-50. La marica, el internet está, como siempre, que hay mierda de esta casa. Eso se me diste por qué susto. Ah, ¿cómo te está en silencio? No, normal. Estaba distraído. O sea, me silencié por un momentico, pero ajá. O sea, honestamente el internet está bastante malo. por la descarga, obviamente. Espero que mejore, marica, cuando termine esta cosa. Lo único malo es que no va a poder jugar de una vez, porque no, pues obviamente, pero ajá, mato tiempo con otra cosa mientras tanto, no sé. Pero bueno, no importa, mira, tú y yo vamos a tener suerte. Yo estoy igual que tú estás igual que yo. Tenemos cero de piri básicamente, tenemos 50-50 por ganar, pero no importa, hay fe. Y ten en cuenta que también especialmente estamos medio bien, marica, porque justamente será el aniversario. Y el aniversario, pues esta gente sabe que la gente no viene acá por la experiencia del juego, viene acá por el gacha. Entonces, asumo que estarán generosos en el gacha. ¿Qué más? El internet se estabilizó, marica, como está terminando la actualización. Todo el mundo está conectando ahora en stream, marica. Ya vi como tres manes que yo conozco que están en stream también. HBB. Esto vio. Ah, antes solamente era. Bueno, no puedo decir nada, en verdad. Siempre en todos los chats, excepto en YouTube, hay bastantes bots que te ofrecen views. O sea, como que el día a día aquí, en esta cosa. Bueno, aún falta, marica. Bueno, ¿qué hora es? Ya, aunque esas son las 8 marica. Eso es que una hora por ahí más o menos. Usualmente es a las 9 pero puede que sea más temprano. Aunque lo dudo en verdad. mm, Aunque esa es de la actualización. No sé si decir como que no, seguro. ¿Qué podría jugar mientras tanto? Tal vez podría jugar LOL. Mientras tanto, marica. Porque quiero aplicar un poquito la que apliqué con Genshin. 96, 96. Sí. No, perdón, 94, me equivoqué. Este video es largo, podría verlo en verdad. También tengo subtítulos, marica, porque no todo el mundo habla inglés, pero lo peor es que los videos más interesantes que encuentro de este tiempo, perdón, de esta longitud, suelen ser como que de eh, gringos. O sea, no suelo encontrar video tan largo que sea tan interesante en español. Bueno, los que más veo también de ser largo en español son como que documentales acerca de asesinos o masacres, pero eso YouTube, marica, y Twitch, pues no le gusta tanto. Entiendo por qué, pero ajá. HPV, don't let me in. Y te puedo robar contenido. ¿Qué está haciendo Fermos? ¿Oh? ¿Qué acabo de ver ahí? Ok, por el momento más sus... Sí, what? If you can feel it. Es verdad, también puedo ver el trailer de Silver Wolf. Silver Wolf 5. No puedo hacer el chiste de personajes 5 estrellas porque Silver Wolf ya era 5 estrellas. Entonces, primero veamos el trailer. ¿Verdad?
Welcome back. Listen, the brave trailblazer has been captured by the evil demon king.
Not reading that. Skip. Which skin?
Eat something first.
If I use a buff, how will people know I'm a pro? Is it better? Time to show off my skill.
Don't dive into the minigames.
Oh, right. Trash game. Too many puzzles. That's it.
Silence. This is how you play.
Yeah.
Going home for dinner is standard mission procedure.
How the game is played isn't up to you.
La canción parece como que esas canciones que hacen las VTubers a veces.
Stalker. Side quest.
Hey, Demon King, you do what you want, days are over. Huh? You mean me? So, what am I supposed to do? A rare opportunity. 1v1. Let's break it.
Eat up.
Ow! Huh?
Marica, y el protagonista ahí dormido, marica, fuera. Reagan. Chévere, marica, chévere. Ah, verdad que hicieron un corto animado de esta cosa. Ah, ¿será que me lo veo? No solo verme cortos animados, me da una pereza. Y no, o sea, no me cubre el tiempo hasta que se actualice esta cosa. No, o sea, voy a dejar de dar excusas, simplemente no quiero verlo. No, ¿para qué excusa, marica? Simplemente no quiero verlo. Me da una pereza ver esa vaina. Y no es que se crashó el juego ahora. Creo que se me crashó el Starrel o... No, no se crashó, ok, menos mal. Ok, según el reloj de este streamer, faltan 48 minutos. Y creo que eso es justo el tiempo necesario para ver un video que tengo acá cargado. Sí, voy a verme este man, es que es el tiempo perfecto. Y a mí me encantan los videos de este man. ¿Será que...? ¿Eh? Criol. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está español? Ah,
I'm not a huge longevity guy.
Rescue 16 trying to respond.
no soy muy partidario de la... Me gusta cómo lo traduce.
Your mail overdose 900 South Miami Avenue, 900 South Miami Avenue.
I wanted to ascend in a very short time frame, so I was meth maxing to lean out as much as possible in a short duration of time.
Are you not scared you're gonna get addicted?
No, I have a lot of self-control and willpower, right?
Holy me.
You want an Addy? This is clavicular. He's now assembled a team of looks maxers that all do this. They're multiplying, but I don't think it's really ascending. I think it's more of a slow descent into isolation and cognitive decline. These guys think if Charlie Kirk was more handsome, he wouldn't have been shot.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not, and here's why. Good-looking people experience something called the halo effect, so it's quite possible that if Charlie were to be better looking, someone wouldn't have hated him enough to assassinate him. This might be an insensitive video to make, but I'm really trying to bring awareness to how brutal the black pill is.
So that means you better start punching your face so it swells up and your cheekbones look more pronounced.
Bone smashing is one of my all-time favorites.
how does that work?
You just lay down in your bed, brace your head, and then just punch like this.
This may seem like a meme. It's not. His entire crew of looks maxers believe in this.
I genuinely do think bone smashing is the most untapped part of looks maxing.
Clavicular's talking about how when he was growing up, his mom needed
Ok, sí, no. Sí, esta gente acaba de hacer el argumento, marica, de que romper tus huesos faciales aumenta tu atractivo, o sea... sí. ¿Sabes qué? No. Estoy feliz como soy.
to hide the hammers in the house from him.
Bone smashing's legit, you know?
It sounds... So you don't take a hammer and go like this?
I used to do it with a hammer, but my mom used to always take away my hammer. Come into my bathroom and they would like look through all the drawers and like they take the hammers out. Like all the hammers in the house would be hidden.
Your parents think about everything that you sort of become.
They hate it.
At 17 years old, he was getting filler around his nose to fix what he called piggy nose syndrome, and he was taking out student loans to do it.
You can actually get college loans and use it for surgery. So this is a method. So I've been telling people, yeah, you can literally do that.
When he's driving around in the car, he takes off his pants and wraps a shopping bag around his dick to try and make it longer.
Another thing that I'll do called shopping bag hanging. What you're doing is you're taking a bag, you're filling with items, like, you know, put some weights in there. I'd usually put like 5-10 pounds of weights, and then you're just gonna hold on your shaft after you wrap the bag around your wrist. And I would usually do that while I was driving.
It's crazy he does this because his dick doesn't even work. He's on so many steroids and stimulants that he's given him.
No puedo creer esto. O sea, ese man de verdad se amarra pesas con una bolsa a su picha para que crezca. Eso no va a crecer así. Eso no. No, eso no crece. What the fuck? Así no va a crecer, man. Eso te estás poniendo ahí listo para una lesión en tu picha, que no funciona para nada, marica, porque consumes tantas drogas que no.
Erectile dysfunction at 19 years old. So he has to
Estoy seguro que este man, marica, lleva años sin hacer una paja.
make up excuses for why he can't have sex.
But the problem with all this is I have severe erectile dysfunction.
All of these guys are selling courses that I'm convinced are just scams. They're talking about how to preserve your hair.
What's possible when you actually understand the mechanisms? Well, you walk into a room and people notice you instantly. Skin is perfectly clear and glowing. Hair is healthy.
Brother, you wear a wig.
I give you comprehensive risk mitigation protocols, blood work recommendations, hair protection strategies.
This guy is bald. He's a 24-year-old that had to get a hair transplant. Clearly, he's selling garbage.
And what I realized is that most people teach
¿Sabes qué? Prefiero pagarle a un doctor que sabe lo que estuvo 5 años en... 5 años preparándose y luego otros 5 años en una pasantía o algo así. O sea, ese man lleva más de una década estudiando esa vaina, que un pendejo de redes sociales que claramente todo lo que hace, marica, lo está afectando más de lo que lo ayuda.
teaching this stuff are either scamming you.
Dude, I think these guys are trying to scam you. Clavicular also sells a course, and he claims what makes him different than other looks maxing coaches is that he'll tell you to do steroids and meth.
My name is Braden Peters, also known as Clavicular, and I've spent years mastering the science of male aesthetics.
You're 19 years old. You haven't spent years doing anything.
I've taken on guys who are skinny,
You've taken on guys?
low dimorphism, and completely overlooked by women, and turned them into jacked, high-value men who command respect the second they walk into a room.
He doesn't show a single example of these successful students of his because none exist.
Here's what makes my system different. I'm not afraid to go where others won't. While every other looks maxing coach is telling you to drink more water and do facial exercises, I'm willing to push you to do the methods that actually work. Steroids, pharmacology, extreme protocols.
Meth. When his crew isn't doing meth, they're reminiscing about how good they looked on it.
I'm not fat now, but I am bloated for sure in comparison because of how lean I was on meth.
Look at my side goes, bro. Bro, there's actual fuel. Look at this. Oh, bro, I need. Where's the meth addy? This is actually so brutal to look at.
Nice things around me.
Amigo, no te ves mal. Lo peor es que esta persona parecen dos humanos diferentes. A lo bien, parecen dos humanos diferentes, marica. O sea, siento que no, no es por metanfetamina, solamente que creciste un poquito. O sea, si te ves un poquito más mayor acá. Aquí te ves hasta desnutrido.
Dude, this actually pisses me off, bro.
In fact, Clavicular can't even really articulate what the point of looks maxing is besides ascending. On his course, he says it's about getting girls.
If you're tired of being invisible to women, tired of getting rejected, and tired of watching other guys who won the genetic lottery take what's yours, then pay attention.
Doesn't this sound kind of rapey? But his wiener doesn't work due to all the drugs he takes, so that seems pointless.
ED at 21 years old is insanity. Permanent ED. Dude, it's genuinely done for me. Yeah, it's done for me, bro.
Este man, siempre que lo veo, marica, o sea, o está básicamente mandando peladas a la mierda o está con peladas, pero siempre está con peladas. ¿De qué te sirve eso si tu picha no sirve?
It is so sad, though, that I can't.
Dude, it's the worst. And I have pretty serious ED already.
For real?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of shit. Like when I'm on bars or like I'll take something called pre-gab.
Okay.
So, you know, throw a condom on there, it's not happening.
Adam's 42 and he doesn't have this problem. Clavicular has since come out and said that dating and going after girls is a waste of time.
It's a mega waste of time. Just talking to girls, going out on dates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's admitted on stream that the only reason girls hang out with him is to promote their OnlyFans and social media accounts.
It's unlikely that they would want to be around me if it wasn't for the viewership I had. God forbid I asked them to hang out off stream. Oh, dude, like, not a chance.
This has me a bit confused on what ascending even means. Is it so people are nicer to you so you can make more friends? But then he says friends and community are a waste of time.
I was posting on online forums, so I was sort of like a well-known name.
O sea, de verdad, o sea, siento que la mayoría de influencers, streamers, youtubers, bueno, es más que nada streamers, digo yo, se ven, o sea, tienen este éxito tan grande, marica, pero se ven como que hablan y se comportan como las personas más miserables, o sea, como que pasan solas, marica, todo en su vida es falso, o sea, es una existencia muy triste.
In a really small, tight-knit community. And then I kind of took it a little bit more serious because people were asking me, like, how do you do this? So it's really just about that.
I think people are scared to make friends now too. Screen time's at an all-time high. People aren't really going out. Community's kind of in collapse. Less people have real friends.
I don't know the relevance of that.
What do you mean?
What's the relevance of that?
Is he asking what's the relevance of having friends?
Like, what's kind of what you were just talking about?
Not at all.
Wanting to ascend and finding your place in the world. SMV.
¿Ascender a dónde? ¿Ascender a dónde? ¿Para dónde estás ascendiendo?
I was just talking about pharmacology.
Oh yeah, but I'm kind of getting into your goal is to help people ascend, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's the value there? I mean,
in engaging with people in real life?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not that many people that are worth interacting with, I would say.
Oh my God, he's...
Ascender a... Marica, a mí no me canso de decirlo. ¿Ascender a dónde, idiota de mierda? O sea, ¿ascender a dónde? Estás solamente creando un montón de gente que se lastima a sí misma, un montón de adictos solitarios con pichas muertas que ascienden, marica, pero que aparentemente van a sufrir una soledad intensa en su vida. Porque todos los consejos que das apuntan a que no quieres ninguna interacción con ninguna persona significativa en tu vida. O sea,
He's even weirder than I thought. This is what I mean when these guys talk about ascending. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a buzzword. Is it about improving your health? No, because they're doing meth. Is it about building relationships? No, because that's apparently a waste of time. Well, then it must be for sex. Nope, because there's no value there.
Most people are extremely jester.
Like, they're funny, or like they're just like...
Just have completely misprioritized lives.
Brother, you take your pants off while you're driving and tie a shopping bag around your cock. You're not just a jester, you're a clown, you're a circus freak. Most people go to the bars with their friends to make good memories and laugh. Not Clavicular. He says that's loser behavior.
I would say the average person that you meet who's like...
Pero es que este man creo que tuvo o tiene novia. O sea, ¿qué contacto tienes con la novia? O sea, exactamente qué hacían juntos. O sea, porque, por lo que está diciendo, no iban a citas, marica, no salían a ninguna parte, o sea, no hacían un culo. La cama, o sea, la vida sexual está completamente fuera de la conversación porque no le funciona ni el cerebro a este man. Y no creo que sea una persona como que muy melosa o muy cariñosa, así que exactamente para que tengas a la novia.
An enjoyer of sports who drinks beer, for example, you know, let's go have a beer at the pub and watch Sunday football. Like that's the worst thing that you could do. Like you should be.
En estos momentos, marica, agradezco mi educación a mis padres, marica, por no dejar que yo nunca tuviera esta mentalidad o siguiera a gente como ese idiota. Y, o sea, y empiezo a orar, marica, por la gente que lo ve de manera como que seria. O sea, sé que mucha gente lo ve solamente para ver las estupideces que hace, pero hay gente que creo que de verdad sigue sus consejos, como si fuera un mantra.
Be on PubMed reading various different studies on how you could looks max.
You don't think there's any value in like social interactions with people?
I wouldn't say people in general.
Yeah, instead you should spend time on looks maxing for him. Like, dude, this is why you have no social skills and you have to drink alcohol to even talk to a girl. Like, he frames it as if he's so smart for figuring this out.
People will just drink alcohol for no reason at all. It seems like, let's go have a drink, when if you were actually smart, you would realize the purpose of alcohol is to lower your inhibitions to talk to girls. So that's the only time in which it makes sense to leverage such a toxic drug like ethanol.
Guys, these girls.
Esto me acaba de llamar alcohol una droga y consume metanfetamina.
Do OnlyFans, they want to be on his stream and come off as likable. All he has to do is act normal, can't manage it.
Dude, let's go.
Es triste, marica.
He starts complaining because the girls are.
Este man debería dejar de consumir meta y empezar como que a trabajar ¿cómo se llama esto? Sus habilidades sociales.
Aren't into him.
Bro, I mean, it's like legit brutal. Like you think like these girls, like I'm like millionaire max, like status max. I'm millionaire and status maxed and like reasonably looks maxed, and you're still looking for a dog.
He's unironically molding about a dog. Another time he's hosting a party at his house. These are all people he invited, and he says he has to shoot up Trend to raise his sex drive.
I'm gonna go take some Trend real quick. Because I want to raise my libido.
Pero libido, refresh, no sé, yo sé eso, pero ¿qué mierda es Trend?
And it also makes me like kind of low inhib, you know? Yeah, alright, see you guys later. Nice to meet you. Oh, dude, I'm so bad at talking to people.
O sea...
On God, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, because my social skills are quite dog shit. So sometimes it's just like, I kind of need to, unfortunately, drug max to be able to fit into like the neurotypical world, I would say.
Brother, you need to get off the forum and talk to people. He meets a girl, she's ethnically Syrian, but she clearly grew up in America. His opening line is, what do you think about the Civil War over there?
So what
the fuck? ¿Por qué no? ¿Qué pasó con un hola? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué te interesa? ¿Qué haces? What the fuck?
country are you from?
What country?
Like your ethnicity.
Oh, I'm Cape Verdean and Syrian.
What do you think about like the civil war in Syria?
But I don't really like look into it.
Like ISIS and all that? Like
Marico, o
Assad?
sea, da pena ajena escucharlo hablar a veces.
Bro, she
No,
doesn't
siempre.
care. Move on to a different sub.
Nunca, ¿cómo se llama esto de...? He visto uno de sus streams, pero...
Well, which side like did you like root for? Oh, really?
No voy a adelantarlo, marica, no soporto escuchar esta conversación.
Yeah.
He's dead sober. This is just how he is. Even when it comes to Braden's other looks-maxing friends, I put that in huge quotes because I don't think any of them like him. He's tried to sign them to contracts where he takes 30% of their revenue for the next 5 years.
Manager shall have the right to extend this agreement to up to 2 years. So, 3-year contract, possibility of extending it for another 2. Sounds like a way to get fucked, doesn't it, bro? Such a fucking shit contract.
Second, I get to Miami. This motherfucker to come up to me, you gotta sign a contract, buddy. You wanna be on my stream, you gotta sign a contract.
The ones that signed with him love dressing up as Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my god, this is actually fire.
Epstein, fuck me.
What? He puts on Epstein merch, he's gotta fix his hair, gotta turn on anime music. All of these people he's partying and streaming with, you think they'd all be friends making money together. Nope, he's making them sign NDAs.
She already signed the blonde and just the one with the hat. Like, I'm confused. Like, what is the big deal with that?
When you look at the weird forums Clavicular grew up on, they're all about improving your social life. Well, let's destroy it. He doesn't get the point of a date unless it's on camera for content.
Unless I was streaming, I would.
Ever take a girl out to dinner?
No.
Alone? Like,
Esa mujer se ve miserable. Y él se ve patético.
Like
without
as,
the cameras?
yeah, I never
Why
do
not?
that.
Wow.
Or to dinner, or like anything.
You would never take a girl out to dinner?
No.
So do you want to get married?
Well, like, I would never do it off stream, if that makes sense.
So you don't want like an actual connection with someone?
Well, why can't I stream it?
Dude's gonna stream his wedding just like how he streams his domestic abuse, where he holds one girl while the other one punches her in the face.
I'm not gonna. You want me to?
Yeah, beat her ass. Beat this bitch ass.
Oh, shit. We'll get to this later. So again, I ask, where is the ascension? Braden talks about how people who look more handsome make more money.
It's the main thing you feel like the mainstream media gets wrong about you that you really feel like needs to be rectified.
That looks maxing is from a place of insecurity. That is true for a lot of people, but that's not universal. Like, you could.
No, puedo decirlo con confianza, marica, escuchándote hablar y como eres en general, puedo decir que esta vaina de luz máxima para ti es también muy de buena inseguridad. Tienes tan pobres habilidades sociales que
could just encounter all of these different studies that I'm referencing from like online dating apps or, you know, stuff with looks correlating to higher average incomes and decide, oh, it makes sense for me to dedicate my time to looks maxing because you calculate the ROI.
The most recent study on this topic shows that the ugliest people make the most money. Ugly maxers rise up? There's actually a dude who does this. The internet is so dumb. Any study of this kind ultimately concludes that looks play a relatively small factor when compared to advancing your education or having specialized skills. Andrew Callahan is 50 minutes into this interview trying to figure out what ascending means according to Clavicular, and Clavicular can't even define it.
I'm just confused because it's like, on one hand, you're saying you want to like help men improve their aesthetics and succeed in life so that they don't feel so lonely and they're not so hateful and they can go out and succeed. Then you also say that like going out and dating and stuff is a waste of time and that you should prioritize looks maxing and aesthetic improvement. So I'm just trying to figure out like what the real goal is for improvement because it kind of feels like a closed circle, you know?
Well, so you're maxing and then, you know, you're putting into play any of the things we were talking about, like, you know, low end have maxing with pre-gab, for example, and going out and doing stuff like that.
This man really said the point of looks maxing is to looks max. His relationships and his life suck, and it's revealed it's because he was getting hooked on looks maxing forums and Discord servers when he was in high school.
Social experience in school, though, how was that?
Well, that would have been during the pandemic, so I was in online school.
How do you think that being in online school, like, you know, transformed your experience?
siento que esto más como que en parte un ejemplo o otro ejemplo de niños que consiguen fama muy temprano, marica, y lo vuelve mierda. O sea, solamente viendo. Me recuerda como que en parte esos actores infantiles que se metieron a drogas o algo así porque
experience during that time?
Well, obviously you're not interacting with anyone.
He may not have gotten sick, but COVID killed this man.
Was that the time window that you sort of fell into the looks maxing community?
Yeah, like Discord maxing was probably one of the better things to do because you could actually find like people who have the same interests as you, and you're never going to encounter people with the same niche interest.
Esta vaina existía antes que este idiota. O sea, yo pensaba que ese término como que look maxing era como que algo que él y sus amigos inventaron, marica. O sea, pensé que era alguna pendejada como lo del otro idiota de Andrew Tate inició, porque, o sea, yo solamente escuché el término que usa el Tate ese de la Matrix con él. Solamente conocía esa vaina por él. Y este man solamente lo conocía por ese looks maxing, pero eso existía antes de que tú te dedicaras a esa vaina.
Just like looks maxing, like you will on internet forums.
Did you ever actually meet up with any people from the forums in real life?
Yeah, actually 2 people in this house.
You want an Addy?
Before the internet, if you were into some sort of weird hobby, people could kind of shame it out of you. Now you can just go online and join a freak show.
We were literally microdosing meth for like 3 months. And then we quit.
Microdosing.
Yeah,
it
was
pretty bad. I don't know. I feel
It just takes one bad day.
I'm telling you, if you take like 5 milligrams of meth orally, that'll do way less for you than one Adderall pill. And so when you factor it in like that, it's like, what are you really scared of? The dose is obviously the poison.
And they can't even really articulate why they're doing it. It's not for girls, it's not for money. They're not even doing it for themselves. For me, it just seems like they're doing it for other men's approval.
Been 4 hours now, and Tom Cruise still will not come out of the closet.
Looksmaxers rate people on what they call the PSL scale. When Clavicular talks about doing jaw surgery and going up in points, this is the scale he's referring to.
Extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. I am getting a double jaw surgery.
It's an acronym for 3 forms dedicated to looks.
Pero es que esa vaina de la matemática, eso es real. Eso, hay una fórmula matemática que define el atractivo, que son como que medidas estáticas o medidas estándares. No suele, o sea, digamos que la belleza está en los ojos de quien observa, normal. Entonces no es como que una ciencia exacta, pero tal vez se refiere a eso, aunque con este idiota.
P stands for pickup artist hate, the S stands for slut hate, the L stands for lookism.net. The scale goes from 0 to 8 because nobody can be a 9 or 10.
You're going to take all these measurements and calculate them into a final percentage harmony score.
I looked at the scale and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of confuses me. First you got a 0 and that's somebody with deformities. Then you have a 1, that's me obviously. Next you have a 2 which is Aziz Ansari, who I think he's a pretty good looking guy. Then they have Mr. Beast as a 3. They also have Adam Driver as an example of someone who's below average looking at a 3. Well, these people are harsh critics, they have high standards clearly, so who's a 4? Well, it's the school shooter, Elliot Rodger. So a bunch of incels came and put their minds together to try and get laid. They built this template. They put a guy who shot up a school because he couldn't get laid at a 4. They think he's the average person. Adam Driver, Mr. Beast, Aziz, they've all gotten laid. How are they not above him by default? A 5 is Taylor Lautner, who was every girl's Hollywood crush at one point. You think he'd be higher because of it. A 6 is just some buff dude. So you'd think the next highest rank would be an even buffer guy. No, it's a twink. This looks like a 15-year-old. They have an extremely feminine looking man is the second highest rated. Then you have an 8, which it says none exist. There's only 1 in a few billion of these people. This is the only example they give for a girl, and it's like, is she really 1 in a few billion levels of pretty? I'm hearing Brayden talk about how he thinks sex isn't supposed to be enjoyable, and I'm like, does he mean that in a reproductive way, or is he just closeted?
Because that's not what sex is intended for, right? That's, yeah, like it's enjoyable to have sex with women, but that's not the intention behind it.
Y empiezo a pensar que esta gente es solamente gay de closet. Empiezo a pensar eso, marica, y que este man es virgen.
And that was never meant to be. This is like a very new thing in the context of history.
That's not even true. Prostitution is the oldest business model in history. Greeks, Romans, kings, and even some popes are documented partaking in casual sex. It got me thinking, maybe he doesn't have erectile dysfunction at all. Maybe he's just into dudes. He's always rating them.
It's like a very objective thing. This is not really based on like an opinion of mine. Would be Matt Balmer scores the highest. I think
Isn't
he's around.
this a little gay?
I could see how it would appear that way at first glance, but it's all based on mathematics.
Guys, it's not gay, it's math. It's queernometry. Matan asks the same question. Clavicular starts to realize, yeah, it's pretty gay.
Not like a attractive.
Who do you think is the most attractive man in the world?
Well, I would say that the most mog person. Yeah, when you phrase it like that, it does sound a little bit homosexual. But when you just say who mogs the hardest, I would say probably like a Tyler Mayer.
This is homosexual on your end, no?
Not necessarily, no.
Not necessarily, but yes. Sounds like he's leaving it open as a possibility.
I didn't say anything about homosexual. This is objective, right?
Well, in the way that I'm phrasing it, but just how you're asking the question is homosexual.
Okay, fine. Can you give me the top 5 men that you're most attracted to?
Okay, there we go.
He's unironically getting mad at Matan. He starts preaching at him.
So you're really doubling down on that. So like I said, it's all math.
Pero es que, por eso digo, marica, esto me es como un niño que creció mal. O sea, la mayoría de gente que está en ese negocio de influencer, marica, de gringos, saben que Matan, o sea, el man con el afro ese gigante, saben que ese man está ahí para hacer preguntas, para enojar o conseguir una reacción de su invitado. O sea, obviamente le está intentando hacer enojar o algo así. Pero este man es tan pendejo que no sabe eso.
Mathematics, like people can sit here and cope. A lot of normies do. Especially a lot of women have been throwing that, name calling around. Oh, you're a homosexual.
Dude, he's admitting that women think he's gay. And because Brayden is socially stunted by COVID, he's unable to tell that Matan's trolling him.
It's the same thing when you start talking about
Es verdad, este pendejo técnicamente creció, estaba en el colegio durante COVID. Puede ser que por eso ¿cómo se llama esto? Sus habilidades sociales sean tan mierda.
Aesthetics, which is all based upon mathematics. It's like they just throw around homosexual because they don't fall within.
You're saying that mathematically there's gonna be some guys that you're more attracted to than women. Because the woman is ugly and there can be a man that scores so high in the rating that you're gonna be more attracted to him than a very unattractive woman.
True. That would be a 7 on the PSL scale.
So that would be how it would work if I was a homosexual, but
I don't understand the difference. You're saying that there's some
between a
women
homosexual and not?
between you and a
understand the difference?
homosexual.
Well, because we're not talking about sexuality, we're talking about objective numbers.
We're talking about who I'm objectively turned on by. Brayden, he's trolling you. He's got a guy sitting on the floor mewing, mocking one of your looks maxing techniques. You could laugh, man. You don't have to unironically argue with him.
Yeah, I'm saying that somebody is so objectively attractive, even if they're a man, that you'll like them.
It's not necessarily attractive, it's more harmonious is probably a better
But you
way
are
to-
attracted to them.
No.
But they're so harmonious, no?
Harmonious. Forming a pleasing or consistent whole. You see, Brayden's just really pleased by these men's faces. He starts getting really passive aggressive.
No, so do you want to just tell me what I am for the rest of the podcast? You want to tell me that I'm attracted to someone?
I was just gathering from the hints you were giving. It's like that's what it just seemed like. If you're denying it, then that's fine.
Well, no, so I mean, like, this is a very basic thing conceptually. I don't know if you're trying to, like, troll or anything, but...
No.
Oh my god, he's
Es lo que él hace, este man se dedica a eso.
an idiot. How is this real?
I would say that I am definitely on the spectrum.
No.
I've never been, professionally diagnosed with autism, but, just personal diagnosis. I know that's kind of ridiculous. I would speculate that I'm on the spectrum. And I used to think that was a really bad thing, but now I'm thinking that it's like actually a superpower.
You've convinced me it's not.
Trying to be like genuine and like give you an understanding of like looks max and
Right.
aesthetics. But like if you want to have like middle school level understandings.
Brayden, look around you. What show do you think you're on?
Might be
love to-
misunderstanding. I don't know.
Well, I love to, f around and be, but I didn't know if we were doing like a formal thing. Like if you want me to just like sit here and be all like
No, do whatever is most natural for you.
Oh, Matan's just killing him. And Brayden's completely unaware. If I could be serious for a second, I get looks maxing in the sense that you should shower, dress nice, watch your weight. But is hitting your face with a hammer really bringing you to the next level? Matan asks this.
I mean, is there really actually any women in the world who are to be taken seriously who would only date somebody because their face looks like 3% better because they smashed it until they had a bunch of microfractures?
Your face either looks good or it looks bad. How you got there is not going to be evident.
Yeah, but is this going to be like the final thing? Like, let's say somebody's genetics can get them to a 7 out of 10. This is going to get them to what, like a 7.05?
Well, how much it can ascend you is going to be, case dependent.
He's trying to make it sound smart, but it's not. Chewing on glue sticks makes about as much sense.
But your whole thing is based off getting women.
Well, what you said about them being a waste of time, and that's not my whole thing, right? I just want to mog people. I don't give a fuck about.
You don't even.
What the fuck? Esta lógica es como comprar un carro, marica, no para manejarlo, solamente para dejarlo enfrente de tu casa y que la gente lo vea. O sea, sí, chévere, se ve bien, marica, pero ¿para qué es un carro entonces? Porque no vas a manejar. Tendría más sentido como que no, lo saco cada domingo, marica, y doy vueltas en él, pero what the...
You care about picking up women. You just want to look back.
O sea, en vez de marica, en vez de como que tiene el carro ahí para mostrarlo, marica, y solamente está ahí. O sea, en vez de ser algo para ti, es un museo. Y ni siquiera te pagan por verlos.
Better than other dudes.
A winter coat in July is less closeted than this man. I've watched over 6 hours of clavicular interviews, and only in this one does he give a direct answer for why he's into looks maxing.
What I'm trying to get out of these like extreme looks maxing protocols is, to basically mog people. That's like my main goal.
It's to look better than other men. I'm just convinced this guy's really into getting his makeup done. He's doing runway walks.
People say that, what I do is the opposite of, like, transgenders.
Nobody's ever said that.
So it's like they're, like, male to female, and I'd be doing, like, male to male.
Bro, we know you're doing male to male.
Well, that's called drag king.
These guys are so close to being trans. They're wearing fake muscles, wearing wigs, makeup.
Are you wearing makeup right now?
Yeah.
Mascara, eyeliner, a little bit of concealer.
Y mierda es una máscara.
A little bit of contour.
He stuffs socks in his shoes to look a little bit taller.
They're gonna compress, so.
Holy shit, I'm way taller.
Yeah, you guys see what I mean? I would do literally like, I would take Timberland boots and I'd fill it to the brim
I make myself 6 inches taller. Like every single day.
He's not trolling. Just wear high heels at this point.
Are you wearing lifts right now?
Yep.
Can you pull them out and show me? Here we go.
He does his eyelashes before going out to dinner.
What did you just do? Concealer, eyelash curler, because my eyelashes curled really downwards, which is bad. And then just a little bit of eyeliner.
He talks about taking HRT to help him through puberty.
You have the most control over your body while all those growth pathways are still open, right? So your growth plates remain unfused. So you can really do a lot with something like an aromatase inhibitor to prevent this process.
This is medicine for women who have breast cancer.
So we're blocking our testosterone from converting into estradiol.
You think he gets his supply from Keffels? He has trans people coming up to him and talking about how they're the original looks maxers. His cameraman is gooning about these scantily dressed women.
Man, this is free. Ready? Go. Show the gooners, 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 show the gooners. That's for the gooners right there. Oh my God.
They end up being trans.
What?
I'm drag queen Maxine.
You're what, Max? What?
Drag queen Maxine right now, no shade.
Wait, she a trans? You're trans?
I'm a trans.
Okay.
Can you tell? You can tell I'm logging.
I just looked at your ass.
I think Clavicular's jealous.
I know that trans women are like the OG looks max.
O sea, no he visto una persona más más gay aparentando ser hetero. O sea, este man, míralo. Este man está viendo a las mujeres trans enfrente de él. Creo que todas son trans. Pero está como que enfocado en la conversación. Pero este marica no sé para dónde está viendo. O sea, si no te gustan los trans, marica, normal. O sea, yo no soy como que gran fan de salir de tener una novia trans. Ok, normal. Son gustos, normal. Pero aunque sea, ver a la gente a los ojos, o sea, están conversando contigo, o sea, yo que soy yo que me considero súper malo, marica, para este tipo de cosas, al menos yo sé esas reglas básicas.
Right? We are mentioning it in the program. Like, I do the peptides. I'm on Retta. You're like copying us. No shade.
No.
No shade.
No, looks maxing has been around on.
Well, I mean,
No,
the original. Okay, wait.
Dude, his PSL scale is destroyed.
Well, the way that I see trans is like, that's one more person to mug once they brutally butcher themselves transitioning. Yeah, I'm gonna send and this person is gonna be a comical botch job.
I just looked at your ass.
You just looked at my ass.
All you guys are trans? All you guys are trans?
We're all TS.
All of you?
All of you guys are trans.
Wow.
Can you tell?
How did you find your
Yo.
Because we're like just like bad bitches.
I think you're trolling me.
No, I swear to God.
Oh.
Mogged to death by a transgender? How jester.
Gay fish, yo. Motherfucking gay fish. I'm a fish, yo.
Clavicular will always talk about how romance and family are pointless.
Say you were to do like a bowling date with a girl and you weren't streaming it, like that's just the most ridiculous.
What about like
Se llama vida idiota, aunque sea, inténtalo.
connecting with her because like you like her or something like that? You know, like maybe you want to start a family.
But where's the ROI in that?
He's asking for an ROI on having kids. Thank God he can't reproduce.
How do you not get girls pregnant?
Well, I'm infertile from steroids. I can't get her pregnant because of the steroids.
Of the steroid?
Yeah, so I can't.
All of his viewers should follow his lead. But he hasn't always been this way. You see, back in November, before he blew up,
O sea, iba a decir algo como que, oye, congela tu esperma o algo así, pero, ¿sabes? Gente como esta es mejor que no se reproduzca.
Clavicular had a serious girlfriend.
How's your girlfriend?
She's in school right now.
Jack talks about how relationships for him can only be content, and Clavicular asks if there's more to it than that.
Not worth having a girlfriend unless like she does what I'm doing, because like otherwise I'm just.
Igual que dos imbéciles juntos, o sea, este man es una mierda, este man es una mierda, y todas las peladas atrás mínimo son OnlyFans. Solo están con ellos dos para conseguir views.
So locked in what I do, like I'm just go. Like, I don't really have a personal life. I feel like everything I do is just online.
Yeah, it definitely can be an endurance, like if you do.
Lo peor es que técnicamente el mayor es él. Estos dos son un gran ejemplo, marica, de lo que la fama a temprana edad, sin controlarse, marica, genera en una persona.
Content, but you don't think that there's more to it than that, than just like, you know, what you get out of it in terms of content?
Clavicular then starts talking bad about Jack's OnlyFans girls.
Gotta add to the fucking little retard crew over here. You.
Yo.
I could just tell.
Right off the bat, yeah.
You're literally known as a meth head. So Jack starts to defend them.
You think your girlfriend's more than her?
No.
Why?
Definitely not.
Jack starts joking about how Clavicular's girlfriend is probably cheating on him right now.
Jack. ¿Este man? Sí, este man técnicamente es mayor. Pero es que, o sea, la diferencia es de estos dos es, este idiota se le nota que es súper idiota, ¿ok? Y él sabe que es un idiota y se comporta como un idiota. Este man se comporta como si no fuera idiota, marica. Se comporta como un niño que quiere aparentarse mucho más como que mayor y toda la cosa. Y este es un idiota que sabe que es idiota y se comporta como un niño idiota. O sea, los dos son idiotas. La cosa es que ambos lo interpretan o lo, ¿cómo se llama esto? Lo muestran de manera diferente.
I mean, I don't want to
Y ninguno merece novia.
be like.
She's going to college.
You're going to college?
No, your girlfriend. No, his girlfriend's in college, bro. She's getting fucked, right? She's getting fucked tonight. She's getting fucked. We're getting. Aiden Ross is in there right now. I'm joking.
I was gonna say.
Sí, marica, siempre se, o sea, escuchar esos dos hablar es cansón.
You know, I know you're joking around, but you are kind of a dickhead. The way
But you said they're retarded, though.
I do think that they're.
Like I gotta stick up for them too, you know.
You talk shit first. How are you crying when you're getting some back? Clavicular continues to roast the girls and talk about how they have no soul because they do OnlyFans, but the entire point of the stream is to go on a yacht and party with OnlyFans girls.
I don't like OnlyFans girls, but like.
All of them are on the yacht.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, like.
It's like an OS yacht.
Oh, they said it's roid rage.
I just think that it's degenerate. I think you're ruining, you know, your image. Absolutely. Their souls are gone.
Nadie aquí es santo.
And at the end of the day.
World, you know? No, that's the thing.
Nadie aquí es un ejemplo a seguir.
You don't think your soul is gone? I would definitely disagree with you there.
Fast forward 4 months and this guy's running his own OnlyFans business, contracting his own models, just like Jack Doherty. He signed some of Jack's models to his own business. He allegedly tells them that when they sign, they have to suck them off or at least pretend to on stream.
It's like, well, the method is you have to get on my stream and you have to suck my dick and you're gonna make 300K plus on OnlyFans. What type of fucking scam of hell is that?
He makes his guy friends watch him have fake sex. This is so weird.
Yo, she is stroking it fast, bro. What the f? That is insane.
These guys are all cucks. An hour passes and Clavicular is still so butthurt about Jack's joke that he asks for a private conversation off stream.
Mind if I talk to you for a second?
Marica. Son niños, marica, literalmente son niños. Ni yo a esa edad era tan pendejo. Y yo era muy pendejo.
It's on shotgun.
The girls are covering for the stream as Clev cries to Jack about his joke. Jack then calls over the cameraman because he's sick of Braden whining.
Oh, were we fucking recording the whole time?
Disrespect to the girls, bro. It's fair game, bro. It's like you can't disrespect like the girls I'm with and then not expect to get the girls you're with to get disrespected as well.
Nunca pensé que estaría de parte del idiota este. Tengo que buscarles nombres a los dos para como que se diferencien. Jamás pensé que estaría de acuerdo con el brócoli este.
This is the first time I've ever seen Jack be the more mature one in a conversation.
Like we do social media. You can't get pressed over little shit like that. If I got pressed at you, well, these girls can all be pressed at you right now for what you said to them, but they don't take it so personally. They realize we do social media.
Do I look like I'm getting pressed? I'm just saying.
Well, you pulled me to the side and we're talking to you for like I don't even know how long.
Yeah, man, you literally needed one-on-one time to express your feelings. Braden is so butthurt over this, he just goes home.
But yeah, I mean, if you don't gotta come on the yacht, bro, it's all good. Like, you're not tripping.
Well, I'll load this piece up for you guys, and then
will you?
Alright, I got you.
Jack's immediately making fun of him.
Maybe today's not the day. So.
Yeah, maybe not. That's why, if I don't take my addies, I get moody too.
He's so offended that he's leaving, but he's not even trying to look tough while doing it. He's like shaking Jack's hand. Thank you for the opportunity, man.
I hope you guys have a good day on the yacht. It's a lot of fun. I know you guys got a lot of people joining you. Yeah, shake your hand. Thank you for the invite. Of course,
Eso es triste, en verdad.
Went a little better.
Oh my god, he's such a snowflake. What a loser.
I don't know, he's a baby.
Clavicular will always talk about how his brand is being edgy and he's not afraid to answer any question. He
Lo repito, no pensé que estaría de acuerdo con el brócoli.
doesn't care who he hangs out with.
collaborated with like people who say like edgy things, but that's my brand. It's like I really don't care. Like I'm really not trying to be like PR or whatever.
But then he's storming off of his 60-minute interview because they asked about Andrew Tate in an incel forum he goes on.
Why do you spend time with people like that?
Are you trying to, I see you want to make this political.
Not at all, not at all. I'm just curious.
No, that's what you want to do. Is
No,
like,
no.
you know you have
Not at all, not at all, not at all. I'm not.
You want to end
at all
it
doing that.
and talk about.
I'm just curious. I'm just, when you get seen with those people, obviously people make assumptions. I'm wondering what the thought process and motivation for you is behind.
He's asking about the biggest stream you've ever done.
Juice man! Juice man!
Why is he so sensitive?
Too bad I didn't have time to look into, you know, anything about potentially, you know, who your wife cheated with, but don't try to go down that line of questioning with me, all right? Because I'm not doing any political.
I'm not married.
Bold words from somebody who cried to Jack for over an hour for the same sort of joke. He then storms off.
So I could teach you about looks maxing then. Maybe you could switch that up. But thanks for the time. Appreciate the interview. All right.
He cries.
Madre, de verdad, esto es un man, esto es un pelado. Esto es un pelado que alcanzó la fama muy rápido, marica, de las maneras más tontas posibles. Y no sabe cómo afrontar el mundo.
Over everything. Andrew from Channel 5 does an extremely softball interview about looks maxing. Clavicular gets offended because Andrew doesn't want to looks max himself.
I've genuinely never had a single person ask me specifics about how do these two things interact, or how does looks maxing differ from this age to this age? Is it still possible to looks max? Like, there's no effort really behind the questions that you guys prepare, seemingly. It just seems to be a lot of like gotcha mode, like clip farm shit. And
Well, I'm
it's
not
like,
doing that.
Yeah, you are a little bit to a degree.
How? Did you hammer max too hard this morning? He hasn't done one gotcha.
There's not even a single genuine attempt at like a specific looks max question.
Well, I'm not in the looks maxing community. I'm trying to learn about it. Not everyone talking to you is going to be a niche person who knows about all the methods.
Yeah, I know you're not in the looks maxing community, but you didn't even ask a looks maxing question, like at all.
Man, he doesn't want to looks max. I don't think Braden realizes that most people are laughing at him. He thinks that Andrew works for a real news station called Channel 5.
I think we've been talking about looks maxing this whole time.
We've been talking about like the philosophy behind it, and it's...
You want me to ask you a scientific question about looks maxing?
I just think it's kind of funny how like that's really never been done with the amount of like media appearances.
Maybe people don't know you want to be asked that. Well, now they will.
Well, that's quite literally what your companies, your
What
press
do you mean, your companies? You think I work for like Time Warner or something?
Your press companies, you work for Channel 5?
It's a YouTube channel called Channel 5.
Holy semantics, dude. Like, you guys specifically reach out. We want to interview him about looks maxing. And then you'll start asking like political questions. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't mind it. You know what I mean? I'm not really...
Eso me muestra que este es un niño muy pendejo.
Like afraid to answer anything.
You ran off of a 60-minute interview because they asked you about Andrew Tate. If it's not political for you to do those things, then why is it political to ask you about them? Andrew's like, what do you want me to ask you? Clavicular's like, I don't know.
Not a single attempt at anything in regards to looks max.
Okay, what's a question I should ask?
Well, that's up to you. It's
Well,
like,
you're
what am
telling
I
me-
going to tell you how to do your job?
So you're whining for no reason?
You want me to ask you about specific scientific questions about different looks maxing methods.
Well, I mean, just...
And you're not happy with the question about the peptides or the bone smashing or anything like that.
I mean, like, can you not identify like anything that you have a curiosity about? Like maybe, you know, you wake up with dark circles in your eyes one morning, and like, you know, even something like that. I mean, just like, even if you don't give a shit, I mean, like, it would be like, at least, you know, you put a little bit of effort into it.
He's not gay. Just hurry up and transmax already.
I think I've done a pretty good interview.
Es gay.
From what, like, context? Because if it's from the context of what you guys reached out was your intention, then I would say that you've done a pretty shitty job. Not one, you know, question about looks maxing.
There's been so many questions about looks maxing. I probably asked you about looks maxing like 40 times. I just don't know the specific science. I'm not in the community.
Okay, well, I mean, like, if you were to ask about like something in regards to hair loss, like there's really nothing.
Yeah,
that
sure, hair loss.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, that's a stupid question. These guys know nothing about hair loss.
When you wake up every single morning and you take a look in the mirror, you're 100% satisfied with every single thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, more or less.
Wow, someone with high self-esteem. Clavicular can't relate to that. Breeden gets upset with Andrew because he can't comprehend that somebody is comfortable in their own body, so he just ends the interview.
Okay, dude. All right, well, I guess that's just, if you want to be completely disingenuous, that's fine with me. I guess there's just no point to continue.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So he cries when people ask him about his friends. He can't take the insults he dishes out. And he can't even comprehend that someone doesn't feel as insecure as him. This guy is such a baby. He cries when his hamburger has cheese on it. This is real footage from his stream. Bro, just pick up another order or take it off.
Poo, pee, pee, penis and vagina. Women with dicks and weak men with vaginas.
A couple weeks ago, I showed Clavicular getting arrested for having a fake ID. They also charged him for having pills on him that he had no prescription for. The charges were dropped, so who cares? But he hasn't learned from it. Interviewers are coming over and showing all the illegal prescription drugs and pills they buy. He's always talking about popping pills and drinking.
So hyped to get to the club and start like turning up. I'm gonna start popping pills, drinking.
Yeah.
They're always doing.
Quiero ver algo. $21 marica, jue puta.
Prescription drugs and pills they buy. He's always talking about popping pills and drinking.
So hyped to get
De nuevo, este idiota es más viejo que este idiota, ¿no?
to the club and start like turning up. I'm gonna start popping pills, drinking.
Yeah.
They're always doing meth and coke.
Are you not scared you're gonna get addicted?
No, I have a lot of self-control and willpower, right? That's why I'm just like, this is what I do. I have strong will, okay? But most out there are unable to control themselves.
If you need to use Retta, meth, and coke to lose weight, isn't that the opposite of strong willpower? You literally need all the help.
You see this with the obesity rates, how gluttonous people are. You know, they can never just have one chicken finger. It's got to be, 20. They can never have one Oreo. They eat the entire box.
I love GHB. I want it right now.
Because you can only think.
I need that right now.
Rescue 16 trying to respond. 20-year-old male overdose.
You're gonna get charged again and ruin everything you've built. He now has a charge for battery. This is due to him encouraging a fight between two girls on stream. Now in Clav's stream, he cuts the audio, so you can't hear what anyone's saying. But one of these girls is a TikToker and she starts recording on her phone, but there's no visuals. But if we mix the two, we can get a fuller picture.
Get out. I'm gonna drag. Do not touch me. I'm gonna drag. Do not touch me.
Yo, you're
gonna be fucking dragged. You have to fuck. Do you want to do this? Touch me, bitch. Don't. Do not fucking touch. Bro, I'm not gonna fight you right now, bitch. I'm not gonna. You want me to? I'm not
beat her ass. Beat this bitch ass.
Oh shit.
Beat this bitch ass, Violet. Yeah. Beat her up.
You really want to do this shit?
Beat her ass, Violet. Beat her ass.
At one point, Brayden pulls one girl off of the other, and then he holds.
Yo tampoco me metería en una pelea de mujeres marica, pero decirles como que se ven duros.
Holds her so the other one can hit her. This seems criminal. Pretty crazy thing to record and put on the internet. Lev has said that he hasn't talked to his parents in years.
Who's more close to your mommy or your dad?
I don't really get to talk to them too much anymore. I mean, it's fine, but like they know I'm busy.
Family is important though.
Yeah, I just didn't talk to my parents for like 2 years, pretty much. I live with my grandma.
He made his grandma take a picture of him flexing in the mirror. His dad calls him worried that he stayed up for over 48 hours on stream. He's barely audible, just mumbling to himself.
Work on my voice, but I'm just recovering from
2 nights of not sleeping.
Yeah.
You need to like take a break, I feel like.
Huh?
I fear you need to take a break.
Yeah, but
Pues es como una
Like just like a
mierda.
day, like 24 hours rest.
An absurd amount of the stream is just him looking into the camera, fixing his hair. Even she can't help but comment on how much he's touching his hair.
Do you like your hair?
What are you saying? Speak up. Nobody can hear you. The amount of dead air is brutal. You can't tell me this isn't a mental illness. His dad starts texting him worried.
my dad is like so on my ass.
My parents on my ass too, but what are your parents on your ass about?
Dude, my dad will just like bitch and moan about everything like drug related.
Damn, Clav, your life is so hard. My mom doesn't let me do drugs either. He's essentially complaining about his dad caring about him.
They like don't really support what you do, right?
No.
So are they like against peptides and all of that?
More so like the
La mayoría de gente te diría como que tiene las drogas.
Yeah.
Well, you proved them right. His chat starts saying his dad is in the right.
Know your father? Dude, I really just I can't really disagree more
With what?
on any of that shit. Like, real. Just because someone
Ay, que este man se ha muerto en vida.
Older doesn't mean that they know shit. I'm a ring and see what the f***'s going on. Just being kind of a pussy.
Imagine.
Lo peor es que muchos streamers como este man, yo sé que consumen bastante droga. O sea, no siempre como que meta y coca. Obviamente alguno consumirá algo de eso. Pero drogas como que para estar siempre activos. Como, creo que algunos se llaman como que Adderall y otras ahí. Que te mantienen como que constantemente activo. Para constantemente hacer streaming y hacer contenido.
Imagine talking to your parents that way on a live stream. You'd think they never did anything for him, but it's revealed that they're still paying his bills.
We're just concerned about you, that's all.
No, you're not concerned about me. You're threatening me. You're like, oh, I'm gonna turn off your phone service and all that shit.
Marica, haces mucha plata, o sea, fuera de chiste, aunque seas un parásito en la sociedad, estoy seguro que haces mucha plata. Tus streams consiguen muchas views. Es más, vamos a revisar una vez. Estoy en stream en Kick. David Fever. 300.000 seguidores. Y su último stream, a ver. Sí, su último stream fue, vea, una hora apenas. Vea. Fue un stream de 1 hora y tuvo 65.000 views. Y su stream más de 5 horas, marica, tuvo 275.000. No me vas a mí mentir y decirme que no haces plata de esa vaina. Eso te debe al menos pagar, marica, una cuenta de celular. Y asumo que este man también consigue muchas donaciones. Y tiene un negocio de OnlyFans. Este man hace plata. Es imposible que no haga plata. Mira, un stream de 20 horas. Dios mío. Y estoy seguro que tiene sponsors. Aunque sea un pendejo, marica, estoy seguro que tiene sponsors. Más que nada de... Más que nada que, ¿cómo se llama esto? Ah, de, de apuestas y eso. Porque es lo que más hacen en el stream. Sale, marica, hace Lux Maxim. Sale con peladas que mínimo trabajan para él en OnlyFans. Y hace streams de apuestas. Va para talent shows, vea. Ok.
It's like,
Because I don't know what else to do to get you to just go to sleep.
Aw, daddy pays your phone bill. Aren't you rich? He grew up rich too. He's an ungrateful rich kid. He's going on podcasts now talking about how his life is suffering.
The thing that I prioritize is like being driven.
Prioritize.
You know, not a lot of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis are like the most enjoyable. Like, you know, doing work isn't enjoyable a lot of the times.
You typically stream for 8 hours, most of which is you gambling or standing at a club. Most people who stream already worked 8 or 10 hours at their day job and then come home and stream 4 more hours in their free time. But poor Braden, he's suffering.
But it's just something that like needs to be
at a club. Yeah. Most people who stream already worked 8 or 10 hours at their day job and then come home and stream 4 more hours in their free time. But poor Braden, he's suffering.
Lo peor es que, o sea, no es chiste, man. Eso es lo que yo hago. Yo soy muy afortunado. Que tengo un trabajo que no tengo que ir todos los días. No tengo que estar allá 8 o 10 horas. Pero hay gente que hace eso. O sea, yo literalmente, yo si voy, igual vuelvo a América y streameo lo que haya a streamear. De nuevo, yo estoy muy cómodo, ¿okay? He sido muy bendecido por eso. Pero ya vieron los servers, a ver. ¿Tú estás streameando? Ve si ya lo abrieron, vea. Vamos para adentro.
Just something that like needs to be done. Like going to the gym, it's not like an enjoyable thing for me, but I do it anyway. So I have like no regard for like my happiness.
This guy
así, o sea, este man se queja por nada.
is just describing adult life. He's unhappy because he lives a very shallow life. He OD'd and the Looksmaxing community didn't feel bad or care. They laughed at him for screwing up the dosing.
He just up the dosing on his stupid shit. Probably took too much. Retard.
And then they all admit to having OD'd themselves.
So don't act like we haven't. Yeah, I've overdosed. Yeah. You overdosed. Okay, yeah. My brother overdosed a couple times.
All of you need help. When someone says they have no regard for their happiness, I'm expecting to hear something crazy, but Braden's like, I have to work a job and I work out an hour a day.
Like that seems like a very like immature idea.
Why is that immature?
To prioritize like being happy.
I'm not saying that you need to prioritize it to assess it, but you can still assess it without it necessarily being a priority.
But it's just like happiness as an idea. Like men are like supposed to be like happy. I don't really think.
Why are men not supposed to be happy?
Because life is hard and
can't you enjoy.
Lo peor es que estos dos son serios, marica. Este man es un ¿cómo se llama esta vaina? Asesor, no, asesor no. O sea, ayuda a la gente hace análisis financieros de gente y también ayuda con las finanzas y eso. Y esto creo que también es como que parte de su grupo. Así que esta gente es un poquito más seria. Y me gusta que esté hablando con gente más seria para ver si se pone serio él mismo.
Difficult things.
Not if you want to succeed to the highest level that
siento que va a morir, marica, antes de 25.
You possibly could.
He's just quoting Andrew Tate.
You know the worst possible mindset you can try and optimize your life for? Go on. Happiness. As a man, 99% of the time you're going to be stressed or annoyed about something that's just happened. I'm happy when I'm doing something, when I'm building something. That's when I'm happy. You're content.
That is a synonym for the word happy. I'm surrounded by so much stupid. Another time he's out clubbing, he does a drug deal on stream. His dad calls worried.
What's up? Yo. Hey, thank you so much for my prescription. What are you telling me to calm down for?
You get out of control. Just relax.
I need to calm up. These people switch.
Listo, ahí está. No mostré la animación, yo la vi, pero ajá. Porque estaba poniendo el video. Pero vamos a ver el salto. Silver. A ver, vamos a quitar a todo el mundo y nuevo orden. Voy primero a priorizarla a la que no tengo primero. Luego a Silver porque quiero algún día tenerla en C6. Luego Silver. Estos dos. Argentina no me importa mucho en verdad que digamos. Y finalmente, aunque creo que sí voy a ponerlo al final porque ajá. Y finalmente como que la única que yo de verdad siento que sirve bastante en los permanentes, Brony. A ver qué más hay. Dalia, chévere. Sukono, no creo que lo saque, así que todo bien. Rango estelar. Ok, esto es nuevo. Asco es normal, esto no se ha concretado. La verdad es que esta skin está chévere, está bonita. Esto es fachero, pero... Ok. ¿Qué es esto? No entiendo, esto... 30 centavos, marica, por un deseo y what. ¿Hay gente que paga esto de verdad? ¿Qué es esto? Esto es por... No, esto es para ballenas. ¿Hay algo nuevo? No mucho. Popo y Robin, marica, creo que voy a conseguir a Robin. Sí, voy a conseguirlo. Nice. Habemos Robin, gente. Habemos Robin. Listo. Vamos. Estoy en 0 de Piri. ¿5 estrellas ya? ¿Qué es lo que estoy buscando? Exultación, exultación. Los libritos. Creo, no sé. Pero cero de Pyramid, que ya es un win. Puta madre, ¿salió Blade en serio? ¿Qué pasó con la que no tenía? No, bueno, no importa. Es un win en verdad. O sea, que se haya tan temprano, hombre, que ya es un win. Ahí se ve el primero, ¿verdad? O sea, literalmente saqué. Wow. Ok, van 10. Van 20. Más deseos, bien. Van 30. Con este 40. Ah, y más 6, creo que eso me da los. Me falta uno. Pero no importa, me deben dar algo gratis, marica, en el aniversario. ¿Dónde está? Ah, ok, nueva actualización del cuarto. A ver si a lo mejor él lo he asegurado. Ah, tú no estabas ahí cuando yo saqué a Blade. Que yo ya saqué el 5 estrellas, ya tengo asegurado. Ah, mira, 2 deseos bien. Y me dan. Elijo un personaje. Tras 4 días. ¿Qué personaje me gusta? A ver. Estoy entre Herta, Pelirroja o Mei. Lo acabo de ver, dale, todo bien. Estoy Marine de Doping. Ella. Es lo mismo, en verdad. Comprarse de personaje. Ok, no. Esperar. Ya canjeé a Robin. Me toca tirar a mí. Hágale, yo voy a ver también. Tire para ver qué es. Tire para ver qué tanto. Mira, o sea, el que no arriesga no gana. Tire. Es más, voy a robarle contenido. Sin audio, porque ajá. Otra vez con audio. Con a Blade también. O a Firefly.
A ver,
Uso, pero tienes
voy
111 deseos,
voy
mijo.
a ver, canje por Ascua, regalo estelar.
¿A qué estás jugando?
¿Dónde está aquí la cuestión? Aquí está canjeo por Hades, 5 tiros más, bien. Bueno.
Tú tienes esa vaina, ni aunque lo
acá,
tuvieras
como
asegurado.
voy a reclamar enseguida la Robin.
Bien.
Reclamamos a esta mujer, listo. Nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo, amén.
Tienes 116 deseos, o sea, ponte serio.
2.
¿Tiraste un single? Sí, tiró. ¿En qué piri está este man?
4. 5. O la
Gallagher.
6. Ya.
Ah, es que quiere dejarlo como que
Música.
en 10.
Música, por favor. Música de tirada, gente. A ver, un momento.
Agregaste lo que sufrías ayer. Lo estudié mal.
Trophy, estoy en PT 66 ahora mismo. O sea, por eso es que estaba tirando las singles.
Mi hijo, o sea, ponte serio. O sea, tú estás bien.
A ver.
No lo tienes asegurado, no importa. Tienes 110 deseos.
Aquí vamos. Ahí viene. Ahí está.
Ya.
Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo, amén. Uno, 2, 3, 4, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76.
Se le salió. Ah, mira, aquí está el Master.
Ok, Ok, todavía tenemos suerte, gente. Todavía tenemos suerte.
Ahora sale doble. No.
Todavía tenemos suerte, papá.
Ahora
bueno,
pues, o sea que.
Ahora toca esto, ¿no? 50-50 y me salió. Ahora toca esto, gente.
No, pero aquí,
toca
o sea, lo bueno del cono es que
Oremos.
no es 50-50, es 75-25. O sea, eres muy de mal si no te sale.
F.
Aunque aquí sí tiene ese repil.
2. Uy. 3. 4. 5. 6. Bien. Aquí tiene que salir, gente. Aquí tiene que salir. Aquí tiene que salir, gente.
No, no salió ahí.
Espérate, yo conté mal. Ok, creo que conté mal. Quiero pensar en mi mente que conté mal. Quiero pensar en mi
No
mente que
contaste
conté
mal, creo, pero ajá.
Ahí está.
Pues sí.
Dios mío, no puedo ser tan salado del 75-25. No puedo ser tan salado del 75-25. No puedo ser tan salado del 75-25.
Esta es mi respuesta si lo pierde. Ok, sí le fue bien. Sí le fue bien. Facilito. El ángulo. El ángulo. The fuck. El ángulo.
With him. He's pouting because his dad didn't come to the grand opening of his nightclub.
I wanted my dad to come because he was here, but he didn't.
Listo, ¿qué más es? El atuendo. ¿Qué es esto? 11 días. Elección de que. What the fuck es esto? Esto es un evento web. Que creo que también ya hice, creo. No. Esta no me importa.
But the reason he opened the nightclub is because he kept getting kicked out of all the other bars for popping pills and drinking on camera when he's only 20 years old.
Holy shit, dude, I took so much.
Después, misión de las caminas, guerra de divisas.
Dad should just put belt to ass and call it a day.
Ampliación
I'll
de...
wrap up this video with a question.
Ampliación de, ¿cómo se llama esto? Más. Ok, los ajustes, bien. Todo esto tengo que reclamarlo. Aunque me fue bien marica tirando por ella. Ya la tengo asegurada. Arbitraje típico. Sigamos. Hoy nos tiene que salir. Otro deseo gratis. ¿Será que me...? ¿Sabes qué voy a tirar? Ahora se me olvidó en qué piri estoy, joda, por andar pendiente de Felmos. Ay. Hasta la animación que se ve al principio. Chévere. Eso está chévere. Fuck. Bueno, no importa. Voy a tirar singles. No sé en qué piri estoy, marica, pero ya la tengo segura. Voy a estarme todo eso que tengo ahí que se me olvidó que lo tenía ahí. Creo que estaba, cuando dejé de tirar, estaba como en 40, así que debo estar en 50. Ahora debo estar como en 50 y algo. Puede que esté equivocado, pero ajá, no importa. No importa esto. Bueno, no ha salido marica, pero como dije, ya la tengo asegurada. Así que estamos
What is the
melos,
point of
estamos,
looks maxing? It's not to
estamos
get
joya.
girls. It's not for self-improvement. You aren't even allowed to be happy. It just seems like a way to sell courses on body dysmorphia. Imagine if Eugenia Cooney opened a course. At some point, I won't be surprised if it leads to clavicular noose maxing because he's a miserable person. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to the homies over on Patreon.
Oh, Chris.
A ver. ¿Qué me está? Ah, ok, me da un... Esto es para ganarte un carro. No es chiste, esto aquí dice para ganarte un carro, marica. Envíale a Aja tus felicitaciones por el tercer aniversario y gana el gran premio, la elección de Aja. Aquí estoy viendo un carro. Ah, y me encantan los patrocinadores, marica, o como que compañeros. I Buy Power, no sé quién es esta gente, no sé quién es Infinix, no sé quién es Lunacy, no sé quién es XP Pen, Razer sé quién es, no sé quién es Bait, no sé quién es esta gente, marica, ni lo muestro porque no sé quién es esta gente.
Crystal ball?
Yeah. I've been practicing fortune telling lately.
Really? Then how about my Mrs. Right?
Okay. I'll read it for you.
A ver, sigamos consiguiendo, marica.
Let's
Fue un montón de ediciones que quedan
Mrs.
nuevas.
Right will...
So, you see anything?
Sorry. My hand slipped.
Huh. Did she just shatter my idea, Mrs. Right?
About a month ago, we talked about how Black Cat was being added to Marvel Rivals, and the trailer was sending the performative Twitter police types across the internet recoiling in anger. Oh my gosh, she's too well endowed. This is offensive. This is misogynistic, you know, blah, blah, blah. All that sort of really whiny stuff. So I talked about that when it went down. Very amusing stuff. And now we have the second part of our entertainment because Black Cat has officially been released and they are complaining once again. That takes us to this tweet with over 800,000 views on Twitter, 9,600 likes. The Twitter
Obviamente todos los saltamos, marica. Quiero ir a hacer ya que ya estoy cerca. Creo que en 20 deseos consigo a mi
So the
Silver.
person says, they literally are creating and supporting porn addict men that will not think
Si
of women as
este
people
evento
and
ahora
will push
resulta ser
unrealistic, harmful stereotypes onto
que
them. No, Venom Shaken is
es como, ¿cómo se llama esto? Que es diario, marica, Juan.
First of all, when you go to this person's
Perdí
profile, you
años.
can instantly see this is an
Oh, no,
Overwatch
perdí como
player
que
complaining
perdí
about
los deseos de
rivals.
ahora,
You
de
see
hoy.
it all the time. Chances are, if someone's acting performative,
Para
and
conseguir a Silver tal
personally
vez
towards
mañana o
Marvel
pasado.
rivals,
O
they
esta
are an
semana.
Overwatch player. Now, there are some Overwatch players that are
Ah, mira,
based
es un evento
few and
de
far
directo
between.
ya. Para
This
mí,
is
hecho para
definitely
mí.
not one of them,
Perfecto.
though. We got a top response here from Raspberry
Canal
calling the OP
Expreso.
out, saying this has been Black Cat's persona for decades. Get out of my hobby, tourist. We got some other wonderful responses here. Mary saying, you really woke up and thought, how could I be offended today? Go to Overwatch or shut up. And Christina Tasty saying, you're trying way too hard here. There's not even an incentive to being this mad over nothing, where the only real consequence is fun times had by all. And another top response reading, I've never seen a good take from a girly account using a female Overwatch character's profile pic. Bonus points for putting their age and pronouns in bio. So
Viendo esto, la gimnasia espacial es una persona de verdad. La expresión cercana nunca he visto de este juego. Papi, ¿cuántas vistas tengo? ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde están las vistas?
Archetype that exists. All the work artists do to create her shouldn't be minimized. By the way, yeah, this is what they were complaining about originally. Like, oh my gosh, guys, this is so offensive. I need to tweet.
Esas son las vistas, 524. Ah, marica, y acabo de conectarme, ¿no? Tremendo, marica, tremendo. Ojalá fuera así en la vida real.
The she's, the theys, and everyone in between to enjoy and discuss Marvel Rivals. This is a safe space created for LGBTQ people, women, and anyone else who feels unwelcome in gaming spaces. Yes, we are returning to this very pretentious subreddit. Can you guess why? 3 hours ago, this post reads, Season 7 gayest season. I remember some leaker on TikTok said that Season 7 would be the gayest season.
Damn,
So like,
creo que esto no es
did I miss
diario, marica. Esto
something?
tiene
Or
muchas
where was the
recompensas.
gay? I thought Black Cat and White Fox would have gotten together or something. And the replies are filled with people lamenting how the season isn't gay enough. And it's like, dude, these people literally
No, creo
live
que esa es una de
for
las
this sort
vistas,
of
creo que
thing,
ese es mi
and they still
poder.
get their own rhetoric wrong. How the frick is that even possible? Because the same subreddit a few weeks ago was also claiming that it was going to be the gayest season of Rivals yet.
Espera.
And they're even saying that the devs confirmed this. And I looked into the situation once, and very quickly saw that was not true at all. It was actually some random gaming journalist slash streamer named Miller Ross who said on a live stream, "It's going to be the gayest season yet." Then you had a bunch of these sort of people on TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit.
Okay, entonces no eran mis vistas, marica, mis viewers, era solamente como que mi poder. ¿Dónde están los viewers, marica? ¿Dónde están? Hay que ver cuánta gente hay.
Update to the Black Cat situation from a few weeks ago. Now she's officially released, and you can see that these people are still mad, which isn't surprising at all. But as mentioned, it does make for some easy content.
Sí, ¿cómo responder a los comentarios?
Which I'll take as a dub. That's always very nice and convenient. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the brief segment, brief update. Let me know what you think about the latest. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ruff here. So wouldn't you believe it? Another video about Pragmata, because people cannot stop talking about this game. The reactions to this have been very polarizing. You've seen that across my previous videos. Some people are praising this game for not only being a fun experience, but also one that features a
estos comentarios, marica, siento que lo pasaron o en un streamer de China o en ChatGPT.
A terminally online and very angry sect of people who are trying everything in their power to attack people enjoying this game and this father-daughter trope, trying their best to pervert it and make it into something that is just evil and gross. And you can see headlines from Kotaku urging people to start being normal about Pragmata. But of course, Kotaku was part of the problem, making their own weird headlines about this game and joining in on the mob of people attacking anyone enjoying this game or the wholesome relationship between Hugh and Diana. But this game presses on. Millions of people have purchased this game now.
Look at
the Steam rating. Obviously, people are really enjoying the experience. And also part of this discussion is the father-daughter dynamic that is inspiring some thoughts in people. In posts like this, saying if Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like having a daughter. She's so cute. Now, the reaction to this is, again, going to be very polarizing. And I'm going to focus on reactions from women. Some positive, but some very, very hostile and hypocritical reactions as well. Let's begin with a positive interaction from Shoeonhead, saying this: "I cannot believe how effing mad people are at this tweet. Yes, this is what having a kid is like. It's also other not so fun stuff, of course, and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the quote-unquote bad and make it all worth it. People have been so blasted by anti-natalist propaganda. They lose their effing minds and anything remotely pro-children. I'm glad this cute video game is inspiring people to want kids." A completely normal reaction to this, and also addressing the unhinged reactions. Isn't it a good thing for the betterment of society to invoke some sort of paternal instinct in people, or even maternal instinct, right? To have a video game that is not only a fun experience, but something that is inspiring people or making them just think about the joys that might come with parenting. That, yes, of course,
Usted dijo que no había stream, señor. Sí, porque yo pensé que iba a durar más en el Burger Master, marica. Por cierto, si que estoy en mi rating, no importa. Es que no lo vas a probar. Pero sí, no había stream antes, pero ahora sí. Estoy tirando por esta Silver. Y me fue bien en los deseos. No lo he conseguido, pero ya lo aseguré. O sea, con el primer deseo lo aseguré. ¿Cuánto salió? Me salió Blade. El emo. El emo triste.
That something as simple as a video game can inspire someone to want something beyond just
puedo apagarlo. Esto sí es como Bilibili.
Well, look at the replies. People saying, I'm noticing some veiled anti-Semitism lining in your reply. What? I'm sorry, what? And then this person saying, do they outweigh the bad, though?
Fuck. Me va a matar.
You just seem miserable. I mean, if you really don't want kids, don't have kids, but don't start projecting and speaking on behalf
No
of
creo que tires por
everyone.
esta pelada, ¿verdad?
Honestly, at this point, I am just putting in a formal request for a shoe video on this situation. Not only as a person with a VTuber model, I am required to do some reaction to a shoe on head video, but
es una versión, sí, la estoy jugando en este momento.
Her talking about this in a video would cause even more insane reactions, which of course can be farmed for further content. It's the never-ending content cycle, ladies and gentlemen. But let's look at some other responses from women towards this original tweets. This individual saying, watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent and should not base your decision off of a video game character. What a different reaction from this individual who does not have kids versus Shoe on Head who does have a child. Completely opposite reactions. This one from the person who doesn't have a kid telling people what it's like to have a kid and being hostile towards the original poster. Isn't that interesting? But you can see I have to censor just about everything regarding this person, even their profile picture, because they're just giving everything away. This person, obviously, as you can probably tell, has an OF, right? They're selling themselves on the internet, and you can see there's no coincidences, ladies and gentlemen. They currently have six followers, and right above it is their OnlyFans. I mean, is that not a sign, ladies and gentlemen? And this person is someone who says they have based opinions, and one of their based opinions is completely deleting Israel. All of it, including the people, right? Which is pretty hypocritical coming from someone whose primary form of income is OF, which was at least formerly owned by the biggest contributor to APAC, who has now passed away and left behind a legacy of a platform that is predatory in so many ways, selling a dream of instant financial success the second you turn 18, selling this on to young, primarily young girls.
Yo pensé que ya tenía como que no, 5,000.
On this platform the second they're of legal age.
Aunque sí es verdad que este juego como que bastante rápido.
In terms of illegal content on this platform, it is a disgusting one, but a legacy left behind by this guy right here, and also one that is supported by people like this who, well, I guess hate men, but still need them for money. Saying right here, actually the worst enemy of all women is men, while simultaneously begging men for money. And if you go to their alt account, it gets even worse. They are basically projecting that people will not even pay $3 for their content, and that they're craving money, begging here, begging people to buy them a drink, and begging for pay pigs. Like, please, fellas out there, understand women like this, they literally hate you. They literally hate you. You are nothing but money to them. And they're begging for it. Your money is better spent anywhere else. And for this person, again, it's ironic given their base case that they support a platform that supports something they think shouldn't exist. In that case, Israel. But going back to their take, yeah, a terrible, miserable person here who is projecting very hard about this situation, and some of the replies are very simple. Yes, part of raising a child is allowing them to play and have fun. Are you regarded? Like, that is really a simple way to combat this entire conversation. I mean, why are you so mad about people seeing the joy of playing with their child and why they might want that in their life instead of chasing after money and selling yourself online? And there was another group of people, and you can see this post no longer available, but they were accusing the original poster of botting their likes. because the original post has 19,000 likes, despite almost the entirety of the comment section disagreeing with them. And the original poster counters by saying, I like that you assume I must be botting likes because it's just not possible that perhaps that many people agreed with my tweet. Got some news for you. And then they literally prove this person right. Look at this. They have 11 likes on the reply to their own tweet. 19,000 down to 11. And that's on 7,500 views. 7,500 people saw this and only 11 liked it. They have more responses, more comments dunking on them than they do likes. This is not a very good way to combat accusations that the original post was botted. But of course, you look at any of their other tweets, if it's not getting 60, 70,000 likes, it's getting like 20. You know, that's just the way it is. But everyone's ripping them apart in the comments saying alone, single, and full of regret is in your future with this right here. Don't listen to this dried up future cat lady. Kids are wonderful, and unless you're a total basket case, you should definitely have a few. Yes, it's hard, but it's worth it. Your family did it for you for 1,000,000 times over. Pay the gift of life forward. Hi, Dad here. This is what it's like raising a child and makes the difficulty and complications worth it. Based on your life choices, I'm going to assume your dad wasn't around to tell you that. And all of this just reminds me of this post from Mary Morgan the other day that I talked about. Basically inferring that anyone who has some sort of a paternal instinct is either lying or is some kind of a predator down here. Anyone who wants to care or possess a child or take care of a child that's not a part of their own lineage is likely a predator. So if you want to adopt a child, for example, I guess you're a predator according to this individual who also claims that men don't have, or single men don't have paternal instincts in them whatsoever. It's absolutely insane. And they got hit with a note correcting the record that yes, both childless men and women have paternal and maternal instincts, that they do in fact want children and care about children and have some sort of feeling towards children. They're not just robots who don't want anything in their future involving children. But Tim Pool decided to strap in his beanie and really get all the brain juice out of there and come out with this horrendous defense saying Mary is correct in tendency. I think people are taking her point to some extreme end. Despite the community note, I would still argue women are substantially more baby crazy than men, and that Mary is generally correct in her assessment. So you're agreeing with the part where if a man wants to adopt a child, they're a predator? That's insane. And also, multiple notes provide links that show actual studies that men and women experience the same sort of desire for parenthood. Like, absolutely insane. I don't know what this game did to people. Again, with the Kotaku headline, right message, wrong messenger. People need to be normal about this game, and I think it is normal to see this dynamic and to have some positive feelings about it and want to have that possibly in real life as well. It is not normal, however, to absolutely seethe over this to the point where you're being a hypocritical lunatic who's trying to attack men. It's primarily men being attacked over all of this, and it's just exhausting. But it's expected, unfortunately, with the way the internet is right now. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed, please like the video, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and check out my live streams. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Well, folks, it's about that time. You guys want my thoughts on the Man Spider apparently not appearing in Spider-Man Brand New Day, so let's get into it. Those of you who don't know, one of the major plot lines in Brand New Day is the fact that Peter is now going through a metamorphosis. Within going through this evolution, he's becoming more spider-like. A lot of us were hoping that we were going to be able to see his Man Spider transformation in live action. In this movie, Spider-Man also goes up against the Punisher. That's crazy because in the animated series, the Punisher actually goes up against the Man Spider. It's not hard to believe that this could be a storyline that they drew inspiration from that a lot of people would like to see. But allegedly, some producers have concern about how family audiences would take it. They feel that an 8-legged monster might be too scary for the film. An 8-legged Spider-Man monster would be too scary in the MCU? We just pretending that multiverse of madness don't exist in the MCU? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but is that whole movie not horrifying as hell? Man Spider's out of the question, but an Eldritch Tentacle Demon, yeah, that's right with family. Doctor Strange puppeteering a corpse, perfect for kids. People, a Man Spider is too much, but a 7-foot lizard monster is A-okay. Those are my thoughts, but what do you guys think? Well, the lizard monster is A-okay. Those are my thoughts, but what do you guys think? Well, folks, it's about that time. You guys want my thoughts on the Man Spider apparently not appearing in Spider-Man Brand New Day, so let's get into it. Those of you who don't know, one of the major plot lines in Brand New Day is the fact that Peter is now going through a metamorphosis. Within going through this evolution, he's becoming more spider-like. A lot of us were hoping that we were going to be able to see his...
So I'm going to take my keto flesh and I'm going to soak the end of my swabs.
Esto es legendario.
Get them nice and wet.
Ah, March, marica, se la está sacando.
I'm going to be very careful, but I'm going to lift his forehead really high, like this, to open that fold up. And I'm going to swab that in there and clean it and medicate it just a little bit with that keto. And I'm careful not to put it in his eye. So I'm using one hand to lift his forehead and open that fold up, and the other one pointing away from the eyes and down, I'm cleaning that little fold. There you go. So I'm gonna take my keto flesh and I'm gonna soak the end of my swabs with it and get them nice and wet. And then I'm going to be very careful, but I'm going to lift his forehead really high, like this, to open that fold up. And I'm gonna swab that in there and clean it.
Mensaje, ay, gracias. No, es Luca. Ah, pensé que era Jimeco, marica, cuando hay pelirrojo.
First, I saw this. It had 31 million views. 31, oh my God.
Every child deserves.
The first Nigerian to play chess at the Louvre, the world's most prestigious museum.
Every child deserves a fair chance at greatness. Not because of where they come from, but by the dream they carry in their heart.
Wow. Damn. Damn. Oh, he's on a jet?
No, March no merece, marica, está carriendo. March, ¿para qué hace tanto daño? ¿Tengo algún bono, marica, o qué? Al máximo nivel 20. Voy a ver si puedo llevar esta pelada al nivel máximo. De verdad, o sea, March. ¿Desde cuándo hace tanto daño March? ¿Tengo alguna mejora que le aumente el daño a esta pelada? O sea, no, creo que es por el... Lo de March creo que es por el set que tengo puesto. Porque ese es el set que usa March. Sí. Bien. Como siempre, lo mejor siempre es el cachapón, o sea, es como que obvio. Sí, es Barrock, vea. También está aquí el pendejo ese. El champú, marica. Sigue sin gustarme ese personaje. Hasta máximo. Nice. Me sigue sorprendiendo demasiado que esté cargando tanto March. Pero merece, voy a subirlo a 20. Ah, no, pero verdad que esto no sube el personaje a 20. Esto sube a la ranura en la que está a 20. Cerca. El chapón. Marica, no deja hacer nada. Como ya los tengo overlevel, joder. Overlevel, mejor dicho. Cuando voy a usar a Silly. Pobre Ángel, marica. Se quedó cortico. Pero quiero ver esto. Marica, ¿de dónde mierda saca March ese daño? ¿De dónde saca March? Mira ese daño.
I'm from Lagos, Nigeria.
He's that guy. He's actually not, though. Like, he's not ranked anywhere as a chess player. It's just a random guy. Like, and again, this is pure marketing. This is a guy that he spent all of his money on his outfit. It's like whenever you're leveling in a new expansion in WoW, somebody's not even max level, but they have all of their gear transmogged. But like, you look at them on the damage meter and they're like number 17th under 2 tanks, right? Some black dude turned up to a public museum dressed like
and played chess against himself, and other Nigerians are congratulating him in the comments.
And so, no disrespect, but why is everyone congratulating him for playing chess at a public museum? Again, wow, he was invited to the Louvre? No, he just went on his own and stood outside. But he was there for a chess tournament? No, there was no chess tournament. But surely he's a great and noted chess player? No, he doesn't even rank in the top 25 in Nigeria. I think it's just, it's how ridiculous it is that somebody is like this first Nigerian to play chess at the Louvre. He's not even playing it against anybody else, right? He's just playing chess by himself. You think he cured cancer, but it's just a black guy that knows about chess? I guess so. And wow, they set the bar so low for Africa. Jesus Christ, we flex a lot of meaningless things. Yeah, it is a little meaningless, right? But there it is.
No, ni siquiera puedo mejorarlo, marica. No.
I just saw a really interesting scam that I gotta yap about because it reminded me of an experience I had when I first moved into my apartment out in a God's country on my own, finally leaving the nest of my parents. Boy howdy, let me tell you, I had a wacky experience with a scam that could have resulted in me missing a kidney, a nipple, and all $40 in my wallet. And the video I just watched from Inside Edition talks about a modern scam that feels like a new iteration of what I went through.
It's a blackmail caper stranger than fiction. This couple says they returned home to find their beloved dog missing from their backyard.
We were so scared, we didn't know what had happened to him.
Then came a phone call. Their 11-year-old beagle mix named Archer had been found. They say they were sent this photo showing the poor pooch with a terrible wound.
So some fucking scoundrels went and they actually did steal this couple's dog. So they kidnapped the dog and then called them to tell them that the dog had actually been found, but unfortunately it had gotten in an accident and it was going to need surgery. And then sending proof, they AI generated this image of their dog on an operating table at a vet. Now, why this kind of relates to what happened to me out of college in my apartment is because one day, randomly, I had received a phone call from a stranger, a fucking cold call out of nowhere from the boogeyman, and they started spinning a tall tale about how my mother was driving and ran over this guy's brother at the gas station, just fucking mowed him down like it was GTA, and it was now my responsibility to get over there and clear this all up. I don't even remember what they were demanding. I think it was like I bring money or something in order to squash it, and it was just an extremely tense situation, and I would ask for proof, and they're like, nope, your mother can't talk right now. I've got her, you know, she's too panicked, and I've got her, like, calm down, and I don't want to, like, you know, get her all excited again or something, like she's some kind of fucking zoo animal or something. But like at the time, I was just like, okay, man, I guess mom done made a big old boo-boo here. Come on, what were you thinking, mom? Jeez, Jiminy Christmas, this is ridiculous. And at the time, it didn't really occur to me to start like interrogating, so I didn't ask like the best questions, but I was like, all right, I can't talk to her. Let me just go ahead and give her a call myself real quick just to, you know, see what's going on. And he's like, no, if you hang up this phone, I'm taking your mom, or something like that. Or maybe he was like, then the police will have to get involved and they'll beat you here. So I don't even remember now. It's been so many years. But basically, it was about like, I need to go there and pay because my mom did this. And it was all just a big fucking lie over the phone. Eventually, I was like, you know what? This sounds fishy. Slowly but surely, I started breaking out of the genjutsu. This was a long conversation, mind you, of them trying to like really fucking use as much elbow grease as possible and, you know, get me out the door over there with some money for him or whatever it was. But eventually I was just like, all right, man, look, Squirt, this isn't adding up. I don't know why I can't talk to my mom about this if she's right there and you're like making this threat. It feels very off. Eventually I wisened up and finally started reaching the conclusion that this is likely phony baloney, but even in the slim chance that it wasn't, I kind of liked my mom's odds in this case here. If things did start to get rowdy, she carries, and I bet on her in this situation, so eventually I just hung up, gave her a ring. Obviously it turns out none of it was legitimate at all. It was just completely made up. It was a scam. But I really was considering going over there. In fact, I had even got my wallet and my keys, and I was like, all right, I'll just start making a trip over there because they gave me like an address to the gas station. The point is, this kind of thing is obviously alarming, and it kind of throws a lot of things out of whack in the old noodle up here. It makes steel trap all
ahora que lo pienso, ¿será que no me da formaciones como que más recomendables para este piso? Porque no tengo personajes.
Their dog, they didn't like immediately recognize it as a scam, which I totally relate to. If I had received an AI-generated photo of my mom behind the wheel going like a Mr. Beast thumbnail from those scammers, I wouldn't have thought twice. I would have been out the door on my way over steaming like, oh.
Being prepped for surgery. Bill and Allison Cousins say the caller identified himself as a vet and said Archer had been run down by a car.
he was going to have surgery because he had a broken femur and a dislocated shoulder. And we were like, yes, whatever needs to be done.
Archer's panicked owners were told the surgery would cost $2,746. They were willing to pay up, but then they realized some things just didn't add up. First, they received a text instructing them to pay with Walmart or CVS gift cards.
As any reputable vet would request, we don't accept money or credit or anything like that. Only these extremely specific means through this text message here. Please click this link. And that's kind of how it happened for me, too. Like, eventually it's like, no, you gotta come over here. No, you can't talk to her. No, you can't hang up this phone, as if it was like, fucking Keanu Reeves in Speed or something. Like, eventually it started to dawn on me, same as it did for them. Like, it's easy to look at this and be like, how did they not immediately recognize that as AI or, like, all just a bunch of fucking hullabaloo? But when you get, like, a call like this, it's alarming, it's jarring, and especially now with AI, it is enough to, like, fool you, at least temporarily. And they did actually have their dog stolen. In my case, they didn't, fucking hog tie my mom or anything like that. Like, they were just straight up lying, but in their case, they actually did take their
si
dog.
March es la más grande daño, marica, la subo una vez, porque March no sé dónde saca ese daño.
Maybe there's an air of legitimacy to all of this, until, of course, they got that text message about how wacky the payment protocol was for the supposed vet.
Damn,
They
y está
started
acá
to
atrás.
really look at that photo they got sent
No se lo merece más ella.
of Archer on the table.
Then they were sent another photo of Archer post-surgery, this time with fancy bandages.
I'm like, this is exactly the same as the first picture, just the two doctors had moved.
And look at the date on the x-rays.
It says 12/21/2022.
Wow. Holy shit, it's more serious than we thought. Arthur ran so fast that he traveled back in time 4 years. Must have been hit by the DeLorean or something. Oh my goodness heavens to Betsy. So yeah, when you really look at it, it falls apart. But the thing with the AI and scams, like we talked about with the AI voicemail scams, where AI scammers, not voicemail, but AI voice scammers where they will emulate a loved one in order to try and like weasel money out of a relative. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough. And since they're preying on people that are in a vulnerable state already, like them missing their dog and trying to exploit that, it's even more effective there because they're just really wanting their, dog to be okay and safe, and they're willing to pay to ensure he gets proper care, so they're more willing to believe that.
Almost 4 years ago.
Correct.
Turns out the photos were entirely AI generated. The AI scam failed, but the heartbroken owners were still missing their dog, Archer. Then, 4 days later, Archer suddenly showed up at their front door in Deltona, Florida. Here he is. Hey, Archer.
Here's our Archer.
I actually couldn't believe this shit right here. So the fucking scumbags that stole their dog from their property ended up returning the dog after they failed to get money out of this. That was a bigger subversion of my expectations than everything that happened with Game of Thrones at the end. I am shocked. Like, it doesn't redeem the scammers and dog nappers here, but I am happy at least that, their heart grew 3 sizes there, like the Grinch, and they did decide to return the dog when they realized that this didn't work. Because I imagine in most cases with these fucking vile worms, they do not care about the dog or anything, or the family, so they'll, maybe kill the dog, have it put down, or, throw it in a shelter, or just release it into the wild on the side of the road or something like that. So I was really surprised to see that they actually did just bring the dog back.
Without being able to make a buck, the dog napper apparently decided to return Archer.
Archer, hey buddy. How do you try to take advantage of people when they're at their most vulnerable? Like, that's disgusting.
Archer's owners think he was confined because he's walking like he's sore. The sheriff's department is investigating.
My guess is this isn't an isolated incident. I imagine that this is a group that goes out and actively searches for animals that they can steal and then try and, ransom to these families and, mislead them by saying like, oh, we found your dog and now we need this money in order to take care of their injuries, that kind of thing, just exploiting the vulnerability. And like she mentioned, it is very twisted. It is disgusting stuff. But that's what scammers prey on. That's what they look for. And now in the age of AI, they can more effectively manipulate their victims and more effectively convince them of basically anything they want. So, anyway, I saw this earlier today.
Más, marica,
While it
Más
is
está...
like wacky,
O sea, Más lo ha
like
hecho muy
the
bien.
AI image they
No
sent
esperaba que hiciera
of,
tanto
you know,
daño.
the dog in surgery, and then it, you know, got all patched up there, and it's very clearly just AI-generated fucking hoopla. It is scary, though, because they did steal that dog, and they were looking for thousands of dollars from this family, trying to lead them to believe that it was going to a vet that cared for their beloved animal. Now, luckily it does have a happy ending, they got the dog back, but I imagine in most cases like this, family probably doesn't. So hopefully they do catch these assholes responsible. Anyway, just wanted to put this on your radar and yap about it. That's really about it. See ya.
Implementar como que el nivel de mis unidades ahí. Me estaba confiado únicamente. Aunque ya han quitado bastante vida a esta... Se me olvida el nombre. Fuchuan. ¿Qué hacen estos dos? O sea, casi no los he visto actuar. Ellos solo hacen la ulti. Bueno, sí, no, sí hacen la ulti. Hasta que en el stream.
I got this one red door I've never been able to open, and I hear screams behind it sometimes, but it's probably just the wind.
Tear gas!
Buena defensiva ese streamer.
Guys, we are friends. Oh, I love you guys.
Hello, sir. Sorry again for tying you spread eagle on the bed.
Apology not accepted.
Oh, hey, babe. Oh, it's me, Jake. I'm just working. What is wrong with you?
What are you doing? Why do you have a knife? Why am I covered in red Post-its?
That's blood. You're the corpse.
Jake, who is that?
Franco McCoy, CSI.
He's helping me with the case.
For the record, I think it's weird that I'm here too.
Both of you? Get out.
Yeah, sounds good.
So here we all are, finally relaxing as a squad together in the tub. It's fun, huh?
I can't hear anyone. Can we please turn off the jets?
Yeah.
That's better. No more disturbed water.
Good call. Wow, without the bubbles, you can really see everything.
Eyes up here, Peralta.
I don't know, Jake. I'm afraid I'm gonna think about it every time I look at your crotch.
Then stop looking at my crotch.
I'll see you tonight at my place. God, I hate you. Don't be late.
What's my name?
Terry Jeffords.
What is my name?
The Ebony Falcon.
And what does the Ebony Falcon do?
Takes every precaution to ensure his own safety.
Tus deseos.
Takes bad guys to jail and bad girls to bed.
Hell yeah, he does. Except now the Ebony Falcon is monogamous and too tired for sex, so his only indulgence is fresh fruit yogurt parfaits.
You should feel these. They're like 2 baseball bases. Make them pop, Daddy.
Daddy's not sure this is the time.
Do it, Daddy. Ooh, ow, ooh.
Time for me to get out there and spread my legs. Get out there and spread my legs? Pregnant. Nice. Means you had sex.
Damn right I did. And I forgot my birth control. Yeah. Okay, I've got something.
That's not Brandon's profile.
Ahora tengo más me tocó América porque otra vez subió.
0 absences. Oh, mama. Printing this for later.
Keep it in your pants, Santiago.
Oh, that's exactly where it's going. This B needs a C in her A.
Oh my god.
This babe needs a coconut in her arms.
Oh, I thought you were saying this needs a.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was my reaction. All right, I'll go get us a couple of coconuts.
Oops. Sorry. Can't even float right. Just push me away. Everyone else does.
A few years back, I had a minor addiction, specifically involving the ponies.
I'd like to bet $20,000 on Yabba Dabba Doo.
9 hours and 55 minutes.
Is it? Feel like I just sat down.
I have no feeling down here whatsoever.
Gente de Twitch, let's go.
Hey guys, I'm just coming from work with my friend Billy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah?
It's fine, kids don't know which names are weird.
Nikolai, say hi to Jake and this stranger.
Hi, Jake. I love you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hanukkah. I love you, too.
Oh, man, he really is a boil, isn't he?
Hello, my little friend. Did you have a good day at school?
We had computer class today.
I'm your real father. My name is Gintars. You are my son.
Why is the man saying he's my father?
Mr. Hanukkah is crazy. He has no children of his own and it's driven him mad. I'm your father, Nikolai.
It's pronounced Nikolai.
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 It's okay, you say it wrong.
Okay, well, that was fun. Hey, why don't you go play over there, buddy? You can take this drugstore receipt. It's very long and filled with coupons. You can fly it around like a kite. Wow, kids are really basic. Is being a dad super easy?
Good afternoon, may I help you?
We're here all the time. Get familiar with these faces or get familiar with the unemployment line.
I'm so sorry.
Well, the man.
Daddy.
Gene Kelly, Liberace, Diane Keaton. Roger that. Okay, Charles, you're not Scottish. Yeah, get back in there, Braveheart.
Summer linen suit. Casual, but classic.
Actually not bad.
One question. Can you see my underwear?
Ah, thong! Why are you wearing a thong?
Ah! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! What the? You'll never get me alive! Help! Help! Somebody call the police! Here, take her! Take her instead of me! No, don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Oh, it's you! Yeah, it's us! Get in the van! Oh, okay.
Oh, Dios mío. ¿Cómo me salgo? Quiero decir un poquito cómo me salgo de aquí. Oh, what the fuck? Ok, un cono de luz de... exultación. Tal vez le sirva a esta pelada. Damn, hice bastante, creo que... ¿Me conseguí constelaciones o esto es por Robin? ¿Verdad que? Damn, hay muchas cosas, marica. Y también mejoraron a todo el mundo. Adelante. No, aquí ya tengo todo. ¿Dónde está esta pelada? ¿Estoy ciego o me estoy haciendo? Aquí está. Discriminación. Ahora conseguir Blade. Me gusta mucho esa mecánica de que cuando pierdes 50-50, no solamente con los personajes permanentes. ¿Esperando una vez? Ok. Acabo de hacerlo. ¿Por qué me estás...? Ah, me desarmó. ¿Verdad que me desarma todo ahora? Tengo que ver cómo armarlo. Armarla. La voy a ascender al máximo, América, pero se lo merece. Y creo que voy a ponerla en el equipo de Fushuan. Versión rápida. Ah, ¿puedo hacer esto? Ok. Oh, ok. O tienes que pedirlo, amigo. No pasa nada. O sea, ahí te de sobra. Cono de luz. No sé cuál se recomienda. Esto, aquí dice cuál se recomienda. El de ella, obviamente. El de este man que tiene como que Nivea for Men. Y Brony. Creo que sea Brony. Este man que justamente lo tengo en 5. Cálmate, cálmate. Que tengo 50.000 de estas vainas, marica, tengo que usarlas. Creo que van a hacer falta. ¿O no? Igualmente tenía para sintetizar material, así que pues, todo bien. Esa vaina es muy conveniente, en verdad. O sea, es muy chévere. No como es que como tal no sé cómo armar esta pela. Para eso está ahí rápido. Eh, 2 y 2, vean. Mira, justamente lo que yo recomendé. Lo que yo estaba pensando. Mira, top as. No, voy a poner. Quiero ponerla una vez. Quiero ponerla de una vez, marica, de una vez. Porque ese equipo de. Es cierto que no lo uso. Porque siento que no tengo como que. Ujú. Eh, la cosa que quiero usar. Lo siento, pero será Robin. Ella me gusta mucho, pero será Robin. Lo siento mucho, bebé. Si puedo encontrarlas, gracias. Y Gallagher, o sea, Gallagher. La cosa con Gallagher es que me cae mal. A lo bien que me cae mal. Pero esta es la mejor build para ella.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, Dusk Brother.
I don't think so. This is just temporary.
That's what I said. Join us, Jake. You
Parece que sí. Parece que no es chiste, marica. Parece que de verdad esta es la mejor, lo mejor que hay para WoW. Yo tendré para eso, o sea, o sea, ella necesita ataque, velocidad y video defensa. Así que sí, es puro ataque, marica. Wow. Este ataque, no tengo otro. Mire, te los marca de todo, qué buen servicio. Daño físico, marica. Carrera ataque. Este sí es importante que tenga recarga de energía. Este me sirve. ¿Por qué vida? Ah, me toca utilizarlo de manera personalizada. Ni vi, ni vi las... Ataque, ok, ataque bien. ¿Y tú? Bien, está bien. Bien. What the fuck? Yo puse restablecer. No, no quiero restablecer, no, cálmate, cálmate. Y mucho menos por Robin. O sea, Robin es chévere, no me refiero a que no sea chévere. La cosa es que, o sea, es tan fácil llamar a esta pelada. Solo necesita ataque. Buenas, casi todo, pero tengo así. Bien. ¿Cuánto te tiraste en tiras con cono? Eso es una win. Yo lo tengo asegurada. Lo que no tengo son las tiradas. Pero es el aniversario, marica. O sea, en 4 días consigo un multi. Entonces. Y ya tengo a Robin, que me la acaban de regalar. Me falta subirle rastros. Que creo que voy a maxear el ulti, la skill como a 8 o a 7 y lo demás en 6. Nuestra ulti. Ah. Y maxeo la ulti. Oh shit. O sea, me gasté todo eso, marica, y solamente van 7, 8, ok. Bueno, o sea, la reacción de rabia es chévere, pero también demuestra que esto no es fácil. Tocará gastar más también. Eh, y ya no tengo. Bueno, ya sé que necesito también gastar resina para subir esta pelada. No, cuervo, dame suerte. A ver si consigo esta pelada hoy. Lo dudo mucho en verdad, pero como dije, ya estoy relajado, marica. Ya está asegurada, así que todo bien, todo bacán. Deseo gratis, bien. No sé en qué pila estoy. No me preguntes en qué pila estoy porque no sé en qué pila estoy. Tengo deseos acá abajo también, de una vez. A ver si consigo algo que me dé un deseo, un deseo ahí extra. Qué triste. No había reclamado esto. ¡Oh! Nice. Pero ya, pues ya puedo ver en qué pila estoy. Aún no puedo ver en qué pie estoy. Aquí estoy adivinando, en verdad. Según mis cálculos mal hechos, estoy como que en Piri ya 60 tal vez. Puedo sintetizar esta vaina con... Oh, esto lo cambia todo. Hay un límite, pero oye, eso sí lo cambia todo. Pero ¿dónde está esta vaina de...? No, son artefactos. Ya ni nada. No me importa. Puedo vetear todo eso rápido. Pero oye, yo sé que estoy cerca, marica. Yo sé que estoy cerca. Creo que voy a terminar ya. Estoy en cortico porque ajá, no pensé que fuera a hacer stream hoy. Pero gente, todo bien. Nos vemos mañana, marica. Mañana se consigue a Silver. Aquí no tengo pruebas, pero tampoco dudas. Nos vemos, gente. Mañana es miércoles. Sí, mañana estoy creo que libre para streamar un poquito más largo, creo. Tal vez. Un placer, gente.